name's Amber Hutton. I'm from SK Films. We make IMAX, large screen, giant screen content. And my biggest takeaway from the conference is finding unique and interesting ways to work with the whole ecosystem of these science and technology centers rather than just the theater itself. There's some very unique ways of working into sort of educational outreach and those other various areas. So for me, that's what makes ASTC worthwhile for coming, and that's going to be my biggest takeaway, is how to work with those other departments more clearly and create a great ecosystem around these films we create.
My name is Rogalla. I'm with the Bay Area Discovery Museum in Sausalito, California, and my biggest takeaway at ASTC has just been meeting and connecting with a lot of really amazing and innovative people. I've learned and taken away a little bit of something from every single session I've gone to.
Hi, my name is Marilyn Torres. I'm from the Academy of National Sciences at Drexel University in Pennsylvania. My biggest takeaway from this conference is that no matter how large or how small the institution is, the challenges that we all face are very similar, in that we are all looking at these challenges and trying to find solutions. And it's always refreshing to hear others' opinions as to how to address them.
I'm Chris Goforth. I work at the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences, and my biggest takeaway from ASTC is always the same thing, which is that by working with other museum professionals and learning from their experiences, you can always improve on the things that you do at your own facility.
My name is Tony Smith. I'm from Pacific Science Center in Seattle, Washington, and my biggest takeaway has been having a chance to kind of see how everything goes and learn about some great projects that are happening with some of the communities that practice things. So I've had a chance to connect with some of those people, and it's been kind of inspiring to try to get more involved with those communities and kind of see how that can go extending away from the conference and having more good conversations.
My name's Chuck Copesack. I'm the curator of ecology at the California Science Center. And for me, this conference, I think the biggest takeaway has been the thinking that's been going on about what we need to know about what our visitors are thinking, the research that's been happening. I think it's really exciting, some of the evidence that's coming out about the impact of science centers on helping educate people about science and the role they play. So that to me, I think, is the biggest takeaway.
So I'm Lea Valerio. I'm with the Oregon Museum of Science and Industry, and pretty new to the museum world. I'm in the development world, and I think my biggest takeaway is just trying to understand how museums work, both on the business side and on the exhibit side and on our mission side.
Yeah, so my name is Philip. I am from Imagination Station in Lafayette, Indiana, not to be confused with the wonderful one in Toledo, Ohio. And my biggest takeaway from the conference, I think, is that there's a ton of work that needs to be done, and we really need to be thinking about how we can be disruptors. But there's a lot of resources out there and a lot of amazing people in this community.
My name is Lea Valerio. I am from the Wild Center in Tupper Lake, New York, and my biggest takeaway is that we're in this very challenging, changing environment right now where everything is moving very quickly, and we have to be flexible to meet the needs of our visitors and our constituents.
My name is Erica. I work at the Museum of Science in Boston, and my biggest takeaway from the ASTC conference has been realizing how many people are like me, that they're educators, they're passionate about informal education, and really seeing a community of people that you don't necessarily get to see on your day-to-day life.
My name is Stella Hoon. I came from Ethiopia, very far from USA, America. I have got a lot of things from ASTC conference. Especially, I met a lot of people. I am from STEM, so I met a lot of people for STEM Center, which helps me and my center in constructing curriculum, how to make an exhibit, and also sharing some experiences of some research findings in the presentation. So many things are really inspiring me to work for further research and also to upgrade my STEM center. So it was really interesting, and I found it very exciting condition, and everything was nice.
All right, I'm Rachel Carpenter, and I'm from the Children's Discovery Museum in Normal, Illinois.
And what's your biggest takeaway?
I am kind of new to this field. I've only been an education manager at the Children's Museum for 2 years. So for me, it was really, really wonderful to be able to talk to other professionals. I got to meet some people who've been doing this for decades. And so finding a mentor, we're a really small institution, so finding somebody that I can talk to about a variety of issues in management, but also just best practices in my career.
Jim Hagen from Science Central in Fort Wayne, Indiana. My biggest takeaway from the conference has been, number one, all the wonderful people and the information that they're willing to give me, as well as being able to help them in something that they may have been having issues with. But for the sessions themselves, the one probably the best that's helped me was happy donors and less stressed staff. It was a combination of how programming and development work together to meet the mission of the center. And it was a wonderful session.
My biggest takeaway from ASTC is that it seems like the museum and education industry is really focused on diversity. And I'm really happy to see that, because as a rising museum professional, I love to know that the opportunities are there, and that my ideas and my education and all of my years of experience will be valued as time comes on. It actually makes me kind of emotional, because for a while there it didn't feel like I really belonged, and now I feel like I belong, and especially this has really rejuvenated my career path, and I'm so excited. These last 3 days have been such an eye-opener and inspiration, and I've heard so many wonderful people talk, and so many mentors that I didn't know were in the field have come into my field of view, and it's just been really great.